This is Northern Depths, living louder than my fate.
Well, welcome back. It's Ryan again. How is it going? So this is episode 2. Soundtrack to Survival. Okay. Today's episode is about survival. The kind of survival that doesn't look tough or heroic, but quiet, lonely, fragile. The kind that's held together by a single song at 3 a.m. Rebel didn't just entertain me, it kept me alive. And today I'm going to tell you how. Okay. Part 1. When the world got loud. When you grow up with Duchenne, life doesn't get easier with age. It gets heavier. Every year a bit more strength slips away. People think the hardest part is the physical stuff. It's not. It's the noise inside your head. Fear, rage, uncertainty, all of it screaming at the same time. But here's the thing, metal is louder. Not in volume, in truth, in honesty. In the way it speaks the emotions you don't have words for. Section 2. The first song that saved me. The first song that really saved me was Planet Caravan by Black Sabbath. And we know that's not even a heavy song, but that song felt like I was drifting above all the pain. There's something about Ozzy's voice in that track. It's like he's whispering to you the darkest part of you. You're not done yet. That night I needed to believe that. I didn't realize it then, but it was the first time music became a lifeline. Part 3. The dark nights. There were nights where it felt like everything was closing in. Nights where I didn't want to talk to anyone. Nights where I was scared the doctors might be right. And then the music would hit. Mainly Slipknot. Heavy but emotionally heavy. Like they understood the things I couldn't say. Parkway Drive 2. That band taught me that to take a break, just don't stay broken. These songs weren't entertainment. They were oxygen. Alright. Section 4. When life felt too short. There's a unique kind of pain in knowing your life expectancy. As people live with the illusion of endless time, I never had that privilege. Growing up, I watched other kids plan futures, careers, families, adventures. Meanwhile, I was planning on whether I'd still be alive in a year. It messes with you, it shapes your identity in ways people can't see. And every time that fear got too real, metal kept me breathing. I Am Maiden, Fear of the Dark. That song felt like someone was walking beside me, through the quiet. Section 5. The songs that build your strength. Motörhead. Ace of Spades. Lemmy didn't apologize for living on his own terms. He didn't justify himself. He didn't pretend to be something else. That taught me a lot. Ozzy. No more tears. That song felt like a promise. I remember that even the broken get to have their moment. Deep Purple. Soldier of Fortune. One of the most emotional songs ever made. A reminder that strength isn't about muscle, it's about honesty. And AC/DC, they weren't just music. They were energy, pure and filtered electricity. Alright, section 6. Hospital days and headphones. Hospitals were the worst. The lights, the rating, the whispers, you're not meant to be here. I learned early that doctors don't talk to you, they talk around you. But I'd put on headphones and suddenly the cold room didn't feel as cold. The machines faded, the tone, the fear softened, and I disappeared into worlds where I felt strong. Music gave me a place to hide, but more importantly, a reason to come back. Section 7. What metal really taught you? Well, I should say me. Metal taught me about life more than any doctor ever could. It taught me pain doesn't make you weak, it makes you human. It was taught to me that being different isn't a curse. It's a weapon. It's taught me that even darker stories can turn into something powerful. Metal taught me that survival isn't loud. It's quiet, it's personal. It's waking up on days you weren't supposed to, and choosing to live anyway. Alrighty, section number 8. A message for anyone struggling. If you're going through something right now. Illness, grief, loneliness, depression. Listen to me. You're not weak. You're not hopeless. You are still here. And that means something. Find your song, the one that keeps you alive, hold on to it. Let it carry you through the nights that feel impossible. Alright, section number 9. The weight of staying alive. People talk about the courage it takes to survive. But here's the truth. Most people won't say it out loud. Surviving is heavy. Every year I outlived the prognosis. I felt gratitude, but I also felt pressure. Pressure to make it matter. Pressure to justify the miracle. It's strange to be alive when you were never expected to be. I wake up every birthday thinking, now what? And that's where the music mattered. Not because it told me how to live, but because it was a reminder me that living was still possible. Section 10. Music doesn't always fix you. There's a misconception I want to break. Music doesn't fix you. It doesn't erase what hurts. It doesn't pure fear. What it does is that it gives you somewhere to put the pain. Metal gave me a container big enough for the things I couldn't say out loud. It gave me language when I didn't have words. It gave me a voice before I had the courage to use my own. It didn't save me instead of strength. It saved me until the strength returned. Section 11. The songs I still go back to. Every now and then there are songs I return to like home. When I need calm, I listen to Planet Caravan by Black Sabbath. Still feels like floating. When I need fire, I listen to Ace of Spades by Motörhead. Let me remind you that life isn't meant to be quiet. When grief hits hard, I listen to Snuff by Slipknot, because pain deserves space. When I want to feel alive, I play Thunderstruck by CBC, because some riffs feel like electricity in your bones. Music is memory. Music is medicine. Music is the map to the parts of myself I refuse to lose. Section 12. This channel isn't just a show. Northern Depths isn't content, it's a diary. A wound that's healing, a pulse that won't quit. It's my way of saying, I'm still here, I'm still loud, and I refuse to vanish quietly. If you're watching this, you're a part of that mirror. You're a part of the noise, part of the fight, part of the survival. Alright, part 13. The weight of being seen. When you live through something heavy, such as illness, grief, and trauma, people look at you differently. Some avoid you because your existence reminds them life isn't guaranteed. Others idolize you because you survived. Both are heavy, neither is easy. But the truth sits somewhere in the middle. Another miracle, another tragedy, and a person who refuses to fail. Metal didn't make me superhuman. It reminded me I was human and still worthy of the noise. Section 14. The silence between the songs. For every moment music saved me, there were nights where even metal isn't enough. Silence is a scary thing when you're alone with your own thoughts, but silence is also honest. It's in the quiet that you discover who you really are. Not the version people expect, but the version you've always been too scared to admit to. And in those quiet spaces, I realized I wasn't afraid of dying. I was afraid of dying without being heard. Section 15. The songs for the darkest nights. Everyone has that song. The one you play when everything is falling apart. Mine was Nothing Else Matters by Metallica. And maybe that sounds soft, but that track felt like someone holding my chest from the inside. The line, and nothing else matters hits harder when your clock is ticking. Because in moments like that, music isn't entertainment. It's a hand on your shoulder saying, stay just a little longer. Section 16. If I could tell my younger self one thing, if I could go back and talk to that scared kid, the one lying awake at night wondering if 16 was the end, I'd tell him this: you're going to see more years than anyone expects. You're going to hear more music than you can imagine. You're going to love, lose, break, rebuild, and break again. And you're going to survive every version of yourself. And one day you're going to tell your story through a microphone, and people will listen. Section 17. Legacy and Sound. When we're gone, the things we leave behind aren't muscles, or possessions, or even achievements. What survives is sound. The songs we loved, the noise we made, the stories we told, the people we reached. Northern Depths is my sound, my echo, proof that I was here. If metal kept me alive, then maybe these words keep someone else alive too. This is a bit of a longer episode tonight. I felt a bit more like talking today, so here we go. Section 18. The ritual of headphones. There's something sacred about putting on your headphones. It's a ritual, like stepping into another world. Headphones meant silence wasn't empty anymore. Silence became space. A room only I could enter. A place where my body didn't fail. Where time didn't matter. Metal let me breathe there. It let me exist there. Maybe even thrive there. Section 19. Music as a memory storage. Songs are more than just sound. They're memory storage. A riff hits and suddenly you feel 13 again. A lyric plays and you're back in a hospital room. A chorus drops and you remember the night you didn't break. Music is the external hard drive for the soul. It holds the things we can't carry alone. Every favourite track is a memory disguised as a voice. Alright, section 20. What people don't see. People see wheelchairs and make assumptions. They see diagnosis, not an identity. I also like to add, some people look at us like we're not even human. What they don't see are the nights metal kept me alive. The hours spent staring at the ceiling with guitars in my ears instead of fear. The way a scream from Corey Taylor or Winston McCall felt like someone yelling with me, not at me. What they don't see is strength isn't always visible. Section 21. The quiet between the rage and the peace. There is rage in survival. There's defiance. There's grief and anger and frustration. Metal holds that rage without judgment. But after the rage comes something softer, peace. A strange peace. The peace born not from willing, but from refusing to surrender. That's what metal taught me. That survival isn't a roar. Sometimes it's a whisper that refuses to die. Section 22. The first time you felt power. There was a moment, one I'll never forget. A moment where I realized I wasn't fragile, I wasn't helpless, I wasn't a passenger in my own life. It was the first time a riff didn't just come to me. It ignited me. It was Master of Puppets. Loud, relentless, and unapologetic. For the first time I felt power inside a body the world said was weak. Thank you everyone for staying in the depths with me. There's a new episode every Tuesday and Friday. And I'll also be doing reaction videos on Saturdays and Wednesdays. So if you have a song I should react to or something to do with metal or life, comment below and I might react to one of your videos. So for my top 10 this week, we have the top 10 metal guitarists. The players who shaped my sound. Welcome back, this is the top 10 part of the episode. Where riffs hit hard, metal runs deep, and we don't just listen. We feel it. Alright, so we're into the top 10 of the week. So the top 10, I'm going to break down my top 10 metal guitarists of all time. Not the internet's list, not the critics list, mine. The players who shaped my taste, my playlist, my role. Let's dive in. Number 10. Zoltan Battery 5-finger death punch. Punchy, modern, groove, heavy tones. Not afraid to be big, bold, unapologetically heavy. He's the modern fist-swinging heartbeat that keeps metal relevant to new ears. Good entry point for anyone stepping into metal today. We have number 9 is Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine and Audio Slave. This man doesn't just play guitar, he recognizes it. Turntables, sirens, alien noises. All from 6 strings and a stomp box. Attitude, innovation, rebellion. He reminds you that metal isn't only a sound, it's a statement. Number 8, we have a tie here. It's Adrian Smith and Dave Murray from Iron Maiden. Twin leads like war horns in the fog. Harmonies rising like Valkyries through the smoke. Their melodies are stories, battles, horror, blood and steel. They shape what twin guitar metal should feel like. Number 7, Dave Mustaine from Megadeth. He was also in Metallica for a while. Sharp, aggressive, surgical riffs like blades. Mustaine writes riffs that don't just hit, they cut. Love him or hate him, thrash wouldn't exist like it does without him. Pure intensity, pure momentum. We have 10. Number 6, Dimebag Darrell from Pantera. Groove, attitude, personality in every squeal. Stone didn't follow, he led. He gave metal its southern bite, its whiskey warmth, its swagger. If Rip got fired, Dimebag was me pumped. Number 5, Kurt Hammett. Oh, wait, no, not number 5. Yeah, number 5, Kurt Hammett. Wild Drench solos that define eras. Whether you love the wild or meme it, Kurt gave metal melody. His leads are stitched into the DNA of every new fan who hears Metallica for the first time. Taste, speed, and all that matters. And then we have number 4 is number 4 is number 4 is number 4 is a tie. I can't split two of Ozzy's guitarists, Randy Rhoads and Zakk Wylde. So there will be no number 3, because these are both number 4. So I'll start with Randy Rhoads. Classical meets chaos. Every mate singing like it mattered, gone too soon. But in the short time he had, he carved monuments. Emotional precision, elegance through distortion. Then he has Zakk Wylde. The wild bull of modern metal. Pinch, harmony, screaming like beast. Falls in the mics, chunky wrist, biker bar swagger. Chain thick like iron. When Zakk plays, you know it's Zakk. Alright, number 2. Another Metallica, the main one, James Hetfield. Rhythm god, down kick king, vault running right-hander rebel. Hetfield isn't just a guitarist, he's an engine. The chug, the weight, the unstoppable drive. Metallica may be huge, but it's Hetfield's right hand that built the engine. Built the empire, sorry. And then number 1 is arguably the godfather of heavy metal. It's the one and only Tony Iommi from Black Sabbath. The architect of heavy, no Iommi equal no metal. His wrists are mountains, ancient stone, blooming sky. Sabbath built the foundation and he carved it riff by riff. And that is my top 10 metal guitarists. Not perfect, not universal, but real. The players who built my taste and the soundtrack to my role. If you're new here, hit like and subscribe. And drop your own top 10 in the comments. Let's argue respectively like metalheads, loud, honest, passionate. More reactions, breakdowns and heavy vibes coming soon.
Thanks for diving into the depths with me. Stay loud, stay real, and if you're feeling this, hit like and subscribe.